Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Super excited today to show you what I received in the mail about a few weeks ago. One of the commenters and one of my friends now, Robert P, has sent me a few things in the mail, and this came, like I said, a few weeks ago, kind of unexpectedly through the mail. One of my videos I showed a while ago is kind of showing you some of the sleeves, the fantasy sleeves I made for Batali and Swan 45s to kind of like put in your collection and all that kind of stuff. And he said something was on the way for me, and it was kind of something a little bit related to those, and that would be the fantasy sleeves for the Jukebox 45 series that came in the 90s. So I had a little box of my Jukebox 45s. So there is the front, and the sides have the jukebox strips, and the back have all the track listings and all that for the years it came out, all the Beatles singles and all the solo Beatles singles as well in here. So that came in the mail. I was very surprised and very thankful that he sent that over to me. He said that one of his friends that he knew makes these sleeves and has them on eBay for sale. And I believe he said he visited him or acquired these from him, and he passed it along to me. So I was very thoughtful. And again, thank you very much, Robert P, for sending these over to me. And before I get started showing you the sleeves that I got, as well as the 45 color vinyl themselves, since I also got the sleeves. Most of them, if not all of them, yeah, all of them came with the Jukebox 45 themselves. I have a lot of duplicate now of the Jukebox 45s, and I noticed I just surpassed over 900 subscribers. So I'm thinking to kind of give back to the community, since a lot of people have been helping me out kind of in my Beatles journey collection, whether that be finding some Canadian records recently or passing along some cool items. That I'm going to probably do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't really talk about, liking, subscribing, all that kind of stuff, but I think it's a pretty cool milestone and all that. So be on the lookout for when I get close to 1,000 subscribers. My plan is to probably make a kind of a pack of 10 Jukebox 45s for the winner, and I'll kind of explain how you could probably enter that. I'll probably make a video explaining how you enter and all that kind of stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Again, I'm thankful for everyone that reaches out and helps me out or comments on all the videos. It's pretty fun. So without further ado, we are going to start showing some of these fantasy Jukebox 45s. So we're going to open up the box here. Okay, box is open, and first one actually does not have a sleeve with it because I have a couple copies of this one, and that is the Love Me Do, backed with Peace I Love You, and this is just the black vinyl version. And the 45 sleeve I decided to put with this one I have on the red vinyl, which is kind of a little bit of a misprint error kind of thing. So this one's the red version. So here are the sleeves. Some of them are the same picture front and back, and then some of them are different as well. So as you can see, it's a nice glossy kind of cardstock paper, so they're pretty quality as well. And then there is the back, the PS I Love You side as well, and then there is the front again. So decided to kind of clean these up, make them a nice set to have in my box as well, to make a nice quality Jukebox 45 set with also all the picture sleeve. It's just a really cool set overall. And these are all going to be in, I believe, catalog number order. Probably could have put them in my most favorite to least favorite, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to go in order. So this is A Hard Day's Night on white vinyl, backed with Things We Said Today, and it's the same on the back as well. It's just the titles of the songs flip-flop. Next up, we got All You Need Is Love and Baby You're a Rich Man, and This one has a pink tone to it because it is on pink vinyl. And then this one is the ones I had that had a jukebox strip, so I put that in it as well. And this is the Beatles' Birthday. Take this one out. Some White Album era there for Birthday. And then we got Taxman, which has the nice Butcher Album outtake picture as well. And then that one is on green vinyl. And then the way that I put these in, I'll have the A side showing if it's not the same pictures coming the same picture front and back. Next up, we got Can't Buy Me Love, also on green vinyl, and then this one has a pretty funny picture on the B side. Has the funny picture of George there. And this set came out in 1994 in the U.S., and then they also came out with another series after that in 1996. So I'll let you know when that 96 series starts. But next up, we got Help, back with I'm Down on white vinyl. So there is the front, and I believe this one has a nice back side as well. Yeah, it's a nice picture there. Next up, we got some Abbey Road era songs here of Here Comes the Sun and Octopus's Garden on the yellow / kind of gold vinyl. And then there is the backside of them crossing the road, and then there is them as well sitting by the I guess the back cover of Abbey Road. All right, going back to the White Album, we have Hey Jude and Revolution. So to kind of put some White Album poster type feel to these sleeves. So there's Hey Jude on the blue vinyl, and then here is the back side of Hey Jude. And now we go back to the early Beatles here, and we're going to go to some cartoon era Beatles there of I Want to Hold Your Hand and This Boy, and it is on clear vinyl. And this one is the same front and back. So there's that one. This one's pretty up there for one of my favorite sleeves, but we have Let It Be and You Know My Name, Look Up the Number with the classic kind of get back photo of them in the later years doing the Please Please Me. And there is the gold vinyl. And then this one also kind of has a more LP style to where this picture is pretty much kind of the front, and then this one is kind of like the back with some of all the logos and all the credits and things like that. So that's a nice back to it as well. And now we're going to Sgt. Pepper with A Little Help from My Friends with A Day in the Life on clear vinyl. So what better to have that those songs coupled with the actual cover with some a little bit different outtake cover photos there, and then the back is nice with them with Paul facing forward, and then it has the lyrics to the songs as well. All right, next up we got red vinyl of She Loves You and I'll Get You. That has the same picture on the front and back. And we got the single Something and Come Together. There's kind of some more outtakes or different alternate pictures of them crossing Abbey Road. And there is the back. I'll show you the front again. All right, next up we have Strawberry Fields Forever and Penny Lane. So this is kind of like a mixture of the Hello Goodbye sleeve, the US one, and the Penny Lane Strawberry Fields sleeve. So they just put the frame over the Hello Goodbye, and of course it's kind of on a strawberry red vinyl. And then the back has the pictures of them that they were little, but more alternate pictures of them while they were little. So That's kind of a nice touch to have something a little bit different. And next up, this kind of reminds me of kind of those old concert posters, kind of with like the main head bill and all the other bands listed below. That's kind of what it reminded me of. We got Twist and Shout, and There's a Place. So this one actually has a pretty good, decent variation on the front and back. So that's always kind of nice to have. And that one is on the bright pink vinyl. And this is just kind of a classic Yellow Submarine picture here, which looks nice. Same on front and back, but this is a cartoon era Beatles here, but from the 1966 Yellow Submarine and Eleanor Rigby on gold vinyl there. So that's always a nice one to have. All right, next up, we got more kind of Let It Be style, but just slightly different pictures. We got Across the Universe, and let's see what's on the B side. I think it's Two of Us. Yeah. So they decided to go with the black background on the A side, and then switch it to the white background on the B side, which is some nice pictures there. Very kind of clean cut there. And then this one is also on a clear vinyl as well. This one's pretty cool, as this was the original cover for Revolver. So this has Got to Get You Into My Life with Helter Skelter on yellow vinyl, but that's kind of cool to have kind of miniaturized and everything like that. I know they came out in the Revolver box set not too long ago, but I think that's a pretty cool design. There's the gold vinyl. And then for Helter Skelter, the more White Album era, this is what they put in for the picture of Helter Skelter. Kind of copying the White Album poster, promotional store poster font there. And then next up, we have Here, There, and Everywhere. So also on gold vinyl. And we went to the Butcher cover there, which is always kind of cool to have. Again, kind of shrunken down a little bit. And then the back is a colorized version of the backside of Revolver of Good Day Sunshine. So that's always a nice, cool picture with them in the sunglasses and all that kind of stuff. And that one is on gold vinyl. I think we might be getting close to the 60 or the 96 series. I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, those last two might have been part of the 96 series, but I know this one is. And this one is probably me up there with my favorite, if not my favorite. And I'm going to take this one out to show you, but this is All Too Much, and it's only a Northern song. You got those classic portraits there, and just kind of the style of the lettering just looks really cool to me. So, same picture front and back. Again, just the titles are flip-flopped. And this one is on the nice. I'm just going to take this one out. The nice blue. And all these are in very nice shape. Clean them up. Okay, next up, going back to Let It Be. And we're going to go to Long and Winding Road and For You Blue. Again, more kind of the style of Let It Be, or kind of the Long and Winding Road US picture sleeve. So that is kind of the front with some alternate pictures, and then them, nobody in the studio, but some jackets and chairs left. And again on blue vinyl as well. And when I was collecting the Jukebox 45 singles individually, this one seemed to be a pretty tough one to find. And that was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It's on the red vinyl, and it has When I'm 64 on the B side. So we got another Sgt. Pepper kind of picture outtake. So there's them with their instruments, and then kind of a similar back to the Sgt. Pepper one. So yeah, Paul's got his kind of bloody bass there. I wonder if they use that for the cover. I'm sure all the Paul is Dead conspiracy would have loved to have the bloody bass on there as well. Okay, Magical Mystery Tour. I believe this might be the first one that I ever bought in terms of the Jukebox records. I'm pretty sure I remember getting this at Joe's Record Paradise in Maryland. So if you've been there before, let me know. And there is the picture sleeve, kind of copying the EP, but just have a different picture on or in the middle. And then back B side is Fool on a Hill, so you kind of got a trippy kind of picture, kind of mimicking the back cover of Magical Mystery Tour. And this one's pretty cool, as it kind of mimics Rubber Soul, but it uses Norwegian wood in the same font. So sorry, George, you're getting covered up there. But this one does not have the Beatles kind of stretched out either, so kind of more of a the normal picture. And then there's the backside, kind of mimicking the back of the album. And the other song is If I Needed Someone on the B side, and then this one is just on the standard black vinyl, and I do have a jukebox strip of this one. Alright, next up, we got Nowhere Man and What Goes On. Nice picture there on green vinyl, and I believe this one's the same front and back. It is. Alright, next up we got, I believe this is actually one of the last ones that I found in again, collecting all these jukebox singles together, and that is Obla Di, Obla Da, and Julia. It came with the jukebox strip, and it came on color vinyl. Again, kind of taking some elements of the White Album poster. So there is the back. Now we got Paperback Writer and Rain. And the original picture sleeve had a blue color to it, but since this one is on red vinyl, I like how they kind of, match that with the color vinyl. And, they got them looking cool with their sunglasses, of course. All right, next up, we got a pretty bright, exciting picture sleeve here of We Can Work It Out in Day Tripper, and again, matching the color vinyl on pink vinyl. And this one was a little bit odd to me. I was kind of noticing when I was cleaning this one, I believe, or it could have been another one, but it kind of had some white marbling. I'm not seeing it right now, and it could have been a different one, like Twist and Shout or something like that. But it kind of had like some white streaks on it, and I wasn't really too sure if anyone else has seen something like this on these series release. I'm sure someone who was making this at the record plant at the time could have made some crazy cool colors and things like that for themselves and have like a rare whatever. But let me know if you found any marbling in any of your jukebox 45s. All right, back to the White Album. We got While My Guitar Gently Weeps and Blackbird on blue vinyl. Again, we got some White Album poster pictures, and there is the backside. And we kind of got a Beatles 65-esque picture of Yesterday and Act Naturally. Okay, it might have been this one. Let me check this one. So it's on pink vinyl. I'm not seeing it. Oh well. If I see it again, I'll probably show it in a future video or something like that. And then I believe this is the last one in the whole Beatles Jukebox series without the error ones that were like kind of flip-flopped on black or green vinyl. And this completes my jukebox series. Also completes the jukebox series with the fantasy picture sleeves, which is pretty cool. And that is You Gotta Hide Your Love Away and I've Just Seen a Face. So there is I've Just Seen a Face side, and the B side is a little bit different with them on the beach. And this one will wrap it up on gold vinyl. And then I looked on the eBay page to see if they had any of the solo ones that had picture sleeves to it. I didn't really see too many of them that kind of matched. Like this is George Harrison's My Sweet Lord, the 2000 mix, and All Things Must Pass. So what I could do is kind of make some of my own. Robert P. sent me his template on how he makes some pretty cool and fun kind of items, picture sleeves. He said he kind of used a glossy paper and he kind of showed me a template of how he cut it out and pasted and glued them together. So this is one of the Robert P's templates that he sent me. We have some Kellogg Beatles. So he sent me the template and I put it together. So there's the front, and here is the back, kind of advertising the souvenir EP, the VJ EP. So there's the back. So that's pretty fun. So if I ever wanted to make some for the solo jukebox series, I will probably do something along this style uh, with the glossy paper and all that. And then he sent me one more picture sleeve to add, since this one never came with a record. Yeah, this is the Beatles Leave My Kitten Alone. Different versions, kind of colorized instead of the, I guess, original ones that weren't released. I believe were in black and white. I have one in my 45s over there, but this is a little bit of a colorized version of that. And the other B-side was Obla Di Obla Da. So there is the back. So there is the whole entire Jukebox Series 45s. Let me know in the comments which picture sleeve was your favorite. I'm always kind of interested in that. And if you even collect this series at all, or if you're looking for some specific ones. And again, stay tuned for the 1,000th subscriber giveaway. Looking forward to that. I've never done a giveaway on my channel before, but I feel like if I make it to the 1,000 mark, and again with everyone sending me some stuff and helping me out, I think it's a nice thing to give back to everyone who watches the video and supports me. So thank you so much for that, and stay tuned for some more videos. Robert sent me some more things in the mail, and pretty cool items, and I want to go through them pretty thoroughly myself so I can get a better feel of what to tell you, what's on them, and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that, and of course I got some more Beatles update videos down the line as well. So hope you enjoy that video, and stay tuned for more.